I'm going to start my editing tour with the last sentence so that I see my sentences in a new way. So I'm reading them out of order so I can pay more attention to each sentence individually. So here goes my first one. Maker education has a positive and profound impact on students and their views about learning. Okay, so I used a period at the end of that sentence so that it would end the sentence. And I actually like how that sentence is sounding, so I'm going to leave that one alone. Now I'm going to find the beginning of my next sentence, and I'm actually having a hard time because I think I may have a very long sentence here. Okay, so let me go back to, wow, it looks like it starts all the way up here. So I know I'm probably going to do some editing on this one, but I'm going to start here. This hands-on, social approach to learning sure seems to be more engaging for a student than the traditional textbook and other standard ways of learning. Through interviews, wait a minute. Okay, I see it. Okay, so I was using a comma here, and I think I was hoping to end the sentence, but the comma doesn't end a sentence. Commas don't end sentences. So I'm going to change that to a period, and then of course I'll change this to a capital T. Okay, I'm going to read it again. This hands-on social approach to learning sure seems to be more engaging for a student than a traditional textbook and other standard ways of learning. That sounds weird too. This hands-on social approach to learning sure seems to be more engaging for a student than maybe traditional textbooks, maybe? Take out that the. Traditional textbooks, maybe textbooks, yes. In other standard ways of learning. Okay, I like that sentence now. Now I'm going to go back to this one here. Through interviews, students have expressed that they feel empowered and inspired to create and learn, not only independently, but they specifically talk about how they learn a great amount from each other. Wait a minute, this is going on way too long. All right, let me try this again. Through interviews, students have expressed that they I don't like that. I'm going to take that out. Students have expressed they feel empowered and inspired to create and learn, not only independently, but they specifically talked about how they learn a great amount from each other. Oh gosh, there's another. That's another. I meant to end my sentence there, but I'm using a comma. Commas don't end sentences. I want to put a period here, and then I'm going to make that a capital T. Now let's see. This part of the sentence right here is kind of bugging me. I wonder if it needs to be two. Through interviews, students have expressed they feel empowered and inspired to create and learn. I'm going to go ahead and end that sentence because I feel like it should end there, but then I know this one right here is not a complete sentence. All right, let me see if I can work on this one. Not only independently, but they specifically talked about how they learn a great amount from each other. Express how they feel empowered to inspire and create and learn. I think if I get rid of this, I think I don't need this. If I go back, let me see how this sounds and make sure it doesn't change what I'm trying to say. Through interviews, students have expressed they feel empowered and inspired to create and learn. They specifically talked about how they learn a great amount from each other. That sounds good. The students also claim that they can now look at themselves as people who are capable of creating changes within their communities and within themselves for the better. Um, I don't know if I like for the better ending that sentence. I'm wondering if I could creating changes. Oh, I'm going to put it there. For the better. Yeah, I like that. I hate that again. Okay. The students also claim I'm going to take that out. The students also claim they can now look at themselves as people who are capable of creating changes for the better within their community and within themselves. I don't think I need that with. I'm gonna take it out. I'm taking it out. Okay. All right. Now I like that. I think I like all three of those sentences. So it looks like if I'm paying attention to the punctuation, I was having a problem with ending sentences with commas, and I know that's not right, but somehow I keep doing it. So I changed my commas that are ending sentences into periods, and then I fixed the capitalization. And I read my sentences out loud one at a time, making sure that each one actually makes sense. And okay, so that's about it. I could keep going, but I'm gonna stop here for this demonstration of a editing paragraph tour. Thank you.